Hey there, YouTube coin community. This is Dustin. How's everybody doing tonight? I see we have 61 people already in here in the chat. See Robert Lawson's already in here. Desert Mapping, yes, I do remember you. If that was who was asking me that. Just so you guys know, Monday morning, I ended up pulling this muscle right here in my neck down to my trap. And the last 2 days, today I actually have mobility. But the last 2 days, I haven't been able to even turn my neck. So it hurts really bad just to do these little movements at the moment. So bear with me on that. So if you see me at all like turn and quickly jolt back, it's because it actually hurt to do that. But I did learn something though, pulling a muscle in my neck. I learned that if you're laying in bed on your back and you can't turn your head, you cannot roll over. It was probably the most annoying thing I've ever had happen. I could literally not turn over. I felt like a turtle rolling back and forth, rocking back and forth to get up. It was horrible. Anyhow, I did want to give an update last week with the super chats. A lot of people sent me super chats. I did get a pile of coins picked out. I have them all packaged up. I have personalized little letters with them. They are all being mailed out tomorrow morning. Anything, Tony from Skyfalk, you're old. Actually, I am getting up there, Tony. So, hey, I see Skyfalk just left me the comment if you're old. Didn't even realize this. Last week, he left me a super chat, and I was thanking him, and it didn't click in until after I was done my live stream that Skyfalk is a buddy of mine named Tony down in Fayetteville, North Carolina. He's one of my best friends down in Fayetteville that I haven't seen in a long time. And we once were roommates, and I didn't even realize that was him until afterwards. And I felt like an idiot because well, that's one of my close friends, and I had no idea he was even sitting here on my live stream. So, Tony, that's awesome. Glad to see you in here. But anyhow, anybody who left me a super chat last week, I do have all of your stuff packed. It's ready to go. It will be shipped out tomorrow morning. So do check your mail. If I send it out tomorrow morning, you should have it Saturday or Monday. And then any super chats that were to come through tonight will also get shipped out tomorrow. The problem that I had with shipping is literally the last 2 days not being able to turn my head and being in pain. I couldn't get anything done. I didn't do the video that I was planning on doing Monday night. I was in a lot of pain. So on that note, these will all be shipped out from last week's super chat. And hello, Floridalina. And then any new ones that would come through tonight will be shipped out tomorrow as well. I do believe Friday, the video that I was going to do Monday, I'm going to end up posting on Friday. Now, one thing before I get into, I do have a topic picked for tonight. And before I get into that, though, I wanted to tell you guys and ask you guys what it is that you would like to see in these videos. If there's anything that you would like to see a topic about with error or variety coins, let me know. I'm always all ears. I can only come up with so many different ideas for videos before I feel like I'm repeating things. There's a lot. There's just a ton of repunch mint marks I haven't even begun to talk about. There's a ton of let's say if we can send a super chat and send it as mail, does that count also? Chancey, of course it would. But anyhow, what I was about to say though, there's a ton. I mean, with Lincoln Cents alone, just with modern Lincoln Cents, there's over 2,000 known double dies and double die reverses. So there's a lot that I could talk about. Just I want to know what it is that you want to know. What it is that you want me to talk about. My 1946 SD Lincoln Cent I just showed you. Yes, Robert, you did. Robert just cherry-picked. Robert Lawson, he sent me images. I don't have the images put together yet to show you guys all right here. Hey, Dustin, do you watch Half Dollar Holler? Yes, I do. Sometimes I do tune into some of their streams. I've commented on some of their streams. I do watch them. I like Half Dollar Make You Holler. Those guys have some pretty good material, and they're fun to watch coin search. Pretty much though, when I want to watch somebody coin searching, I like to go over and watch Justin over on Couch Collectibles Coin Search. I think he's a lot of fun. I love watching him coin search. Couch Collectibles is live. Yes, I know Justin is still live. We were talking earlier. He's going a little bit long, which is fine. Yeah, he's more than happy to be live. I miss the real vids. Yes, Buffalo Nickel errors. Okay, well, I'm going to list my email address for both myself and for CoinOp email. And any of you guys that have any video ideas, or there's a topic that you would like to see a video about, just email me that idea, or any suggestions. Even if you have a suggestion, I do take criticism well. So if you have any suggestions, I'm all ears. We are just about to hit, if we haven't yet, we are just about to hit 40,000 subscribers. Last I looked earlier, we were at 39,000, around 39,800. So I want to start really pushing for subscribers, and I'm going to show you something. Earlier today, what's the oldest coin you have? Somewhere I have some biblical coins from like some widow's mites from 33 BC. Oh, well, there's James Kim Delaney with the $5 super chat. Well, to the person who asked what the oldest coins I do have coins from like 33 BC. Right behind me, here's an ancient coin that's from 380. There's piles of ancients over here. These are all, well, let me find a good one to show you. Here is a nice little ancient Roman. I don't know how well you can see that. That's an ancient Roman. That's from 300 AD, so that's about 1,700 years old, something like that. I've got lots of things like that. I love ancient coins. I like error and variety coins, United States error and variety coins. If you guys ask me questions about foreign coins, I really can't answer it. I do not have a knowledge of foreign currency. I'm going to list my email here in a second. But anything with error and variety coins, the United States coins, I'm knowledgeable about. And the other thing I absolutely enjoy are ancient coins. I love ancient Roman coins in particular, but I love ancient coins. I even wear, I wear coins. If I find hold coins, I'll put them on a chain and wear them. There's a V nickel, but here's a Crusader coin. I don't know how well you can see this. This is a Crusader coin from Italy from 1096 AD. I don't know if you can see that, but that's from the Crusaders. I just thought it was awesome because that's some really cool history. But, I wear things like that too. USA coins are popular in Russia to collect. USA coins are popular in many places to collect. It all depends. I'm sure there's a collector's market for USA coins in Russia, but I imagine in Russia they pretty much want to collect Russian coinage. Here's my email. There's my personal email, and then here is the CoinOps email. If you were to send an email to the CoinOps email, it's myself and Robert Lawson that both have access to that, so we can both take a look at the emails and give you, both of our opinions instead of just one. Oh, wow, we got the $20 super chat from Beth Coddington. Thank you very much, Beth. I definitely appreciate it. Now, as I said, we are just about to break 40,000 subscribers. And back when we were just breaking around 15,000 subscribers, do I have any planchet errors? I have lots of planchet errors. What kind of planchet errors are you talking about? I've got everything from off centers to strike throughs to blanks to you name it. But is Annex a good grading company? Annex is one of the top 3 grading companies. Yes, they are an excellent grading service. PCGS is generally looked at as the #1 by a lot of people. NGC, also. Desert Mapping, what is it that you need help with? You keep asking me to help you. What do you need help with, Desert Mapping? But as I was saying, NGC is also one of the other ones. A lot of people like NGC over PCGS. And then Annex is the next one that people always recommend. So Annex is definitely an excellent one, just so you know. Okay, but as I was saying, we're at just about 40,000 subscribers. I had said back around 15,000 subscribers that if we ever hit around 50,000 subscribers, that I wanted to do a giveaway. Have you added me? Venus, actually, I've been wanting to talk to you because I know you had sent me a friend's request before, and I can't find it. Send me another friend's request because I will immediately add you tonight as soon as I finish this stream. And I felt really bad, and I had no way of contacting you, Venus. So, Venus 1, send me another friend's request. I cannot find the one that you sent me before. Yes, Coins for Amateur, PCGS is typically the most preferred. It is the #1 company that is traded sight unseen, which means amongst dealers, if a dealer needs a particular coin, he could call another dealer and be like, hey, I'm looking for I'll use Venus's. Yeah, yes, Venus. I know it's Morgan Dollar, but I'll use what Venus just said. We'll just say an 1880 Morgan Dollar and an MS65. Well, a dealer could say, well, I have one PCGS graded. Here's my price. And the other dealer, without even looking at it, will know without a doubt that it is literally an MS65 Morgan Dollar, and it will be perfectly up to his expectations. So, yes, PCGS is definitely one of the preferred ones. NGC is the next, and then Annex. CoinOps, what do you know about Hobo Nickels? What do you want to know about Hobo Nickels? I know a little bit about Hobo Nickels. But as I was saying, I said before, when we hit about 15,000 subscribers, that if we ever hit 50,000, I wanted to do a giveaway where I give away major varieties that are listed in the Red Book. The Red Book of Coins, which is your price guide and all of that stuff, only lists the most popular and most valuable varieties that are out there. So if you're looking through the Lincoln Cents and the prices in like the Red Book, the only varieties that they're going to list are like the 1955 double die, the 1969 S double die. They list the 1972 double die type 1. They list the 1983 double die reverse, the 1984 double ear, the 1997 double ear. I believe they also list the 94 double die reverse, and a couple others. But those are the most sought after and most collectible double dies that they list in there. So we are almost at 40,000 right now, and I want to push for that 50,000 subscribers. So I was talking to Robert Lawson earlier today, and I wanted to show you something that he's already got put aside for when we hit 50,000 subscribers. So like I said, when we hit 50,000 subscribers, we are going to do a giveaway. Now, we are not that far off. We are just about to break 40,000 right now. So 50,000 is just a few weeks down the road. One of the things that Robert, here's my conversation earlier, Robert has right here, these are two uncirculated 1964 Kennedy half dollars. One's a Philadelphia mint, one's a Denver mint. Both of them are double die adverse varieties. Both of these are double dies. So this will be a prize right here. So for our 50,000 subscriber giveaway, there's already one prize right there that we've come up with. We're going to end up giving away these very gorgeous uncirculated double dyed pair of Kennedy half dollars. And then I know myself, right behind me, right here, I have a 1997. This is an uncirculated double ear variety. This is listed in the Red Book. I'm going to add this into it. This is something that I'm going to give away for that as well. This is probably worth between $50 to $100, anywhere in between there. So it'll be a nice giveaway. We've got a few other things that we're going to use in that giveaway as well. So we are starting a subscriber push to hit that 50,000. Now, I recently... Did it just pause? Why does it look like I'm paused? Can everybody see the stream okay? Is the stream running okay? Because on my end, it looks like the stream paused for whatever reason. So if you can hear me out there, let me know if my stream is looking okay. Is it frozen? What's this? MGGS from China Worth. I have no idea, Sunview. I know nothing about foreign currency. You're not paused. Yes. This looks fine. Time Warp, you okay? I see you fine. Okay, well, I guess it's only paused on my end. So that's fine. It can be paused all it wants to. But anyhow, I have recently come up with a goal for CoinOp on YouTube. And what my goal is we are not that far off from 50,000 subscribers as is. Now, YouTube only gives rewards for hitting certain subscriber levels, I guess you could put it. The first one that they do is at 100,000 subscribers, and they do what's called the silver play button. Now, I do realize that my channel right here, CoinOp, and me and Robert and Kyle and everybody that's involved with it, I do realize that we are a niche, and we're literally only talking about error and variety coins that you can find in Pocket Change. But I still want to hit that 100,000 subscribers. So I'm pushing for that. So currently for 50,000 subscribers, we're going to do a giveaway where we are going to give away, as I just showed you, I'll show you one more time. We're going to be giving away, so far, this is what we already have put aside. We're going to be giving away a pair of 1964 uncirculated double die Kennedy half dollars. And we are also going to be giving away, as I just showed you right there, there's a 1997 double ear variety Lincoln Cent. All Red Book varieties. And we're going to come up with some other things. We're going to find other things to add into it. So, that being said, if you have not subscribed to the channel, do so. Please do subscribe. If you know anybody who is not subscribed to our channel, well, tell them to sub. The more subscribers, the better. Feel free to share our content. I love it when people share our content. I do not get upset about that. Every now and then I will go and Google CoinOp and discrete mapping. What is it? I don't see what. Should I get $25 worth of halves or $25 of pennies? Well, $25 in halves, you're only going to get 50 half dollars desert mapping. So you're not going to get a whole lot of them to search. If you're looking for a lot of stuff to search, well, then I personally would go with the Lincoln Cents. A $25 box of Lincoln Cents is 2,500 pennies to search. That's what I would do if I were you. That's just my opinion, though. Anyhow, can I mod? I have been subbed since November 26th. You helped me find many error coins, Dustin. You're awesome. Hey, Amber. Oh, Amber, what was the question? Hi, Amber. I see you are in here. I saw that Ken Peavy is in here as well. Ken Peavy and Amber Pinnell are both moderators and admins for the CoinOp Facebook groups and the CoinOp sales group. We just got a $20 super chat from William Hertling. Thank you very much, William. I'm going to post my email address. Everybody that has sent me a super chat, make sure you email me your contact information. You can send it to either one of these email addresses, but the first one is my personal one. What mints tolerance weight of a coin? Pretty much, typically the tolerance, I believe, is plus or minus around 10%. So like a Lincoln Cent, if it's supposed to weigh 2.5 grams, it could weigh as low as 2.3 or as heavy as 2.7, and it would still be considered within tolerance. Hello, Dustin. Did you receive my email sent last week? Which referred to the night. S. Penny, need your expertise. Maria, I did get your images. I was looking it over. I have not responded back to you yet. I will as soon as I finish this live stream, Maria. I will go and respond to your emails. I did see your emails, though, Maria. On a 1982 small d, doesn't the loop on the 9 point to the 8? Well, that's a good question. I tell you what we can do. Let's take a look. On a 1982 D small date, if you look, the 9 points down below the 8. On a large date, the tail of the 9 points directly to the center of the 8, if you're looking at it. So on a small date, the tail of the 9 will point below the 8, and on a large date, the tail of the 9 will point directly at the 8. However, the easiest way to tell the difference between the small date and the large date, in my opinion, is just by looking at the 2. The 2 on a small date is going to be very thin and delicate, and it's going to have a little curve down at the base where it meets the base. It's going to have a little curve. On a large date, it's going to be much thicker and fatter, and there's not going to be that curve. It's just going to be straight down to the base. So, there you go. I hope that helps you out there. Hope that helps you out a lot. Okay. Let me see. Let me catch up. You collect coins too, Amber? Huh, I did not know that. Hey, I'm new. What's the best way to get the value of a coin? Well, the best way to get the value of a coin, Rhonda, if you were to go and decide you have an error variety coin that you want to sell, first of all, you want to figure out what the actual fair market value of that coin is. And the easiest way to do that, in my opinion, is to go take a look at past sales on eBay and past sales on Heritage Coin Auctions and figure out roughly what it is that you have. Then to sell, if you go to a dealer has overhead. So if you're looking for the fastest, quickest cash, go to a dealer. When you go to a dealer will offer you money, but keep in mind the dealer has overhead. So when you go to a dealer, you're typically going to get about half the value, sometimes more. It all depends. Would it be to send him an email? Yes. The best way to ask me a question would be to send me an email. So you have your choice of going to a dealer. If you don't want to do a dealer, then you can always utilize social platforms such as Facebook or other things. There's sales groups. On Facebook, there's a couple hundred different coin groups that you can sell on. CoinOp has a sales group that you can sell on as well. So you can always come over to the CoinOp group and sell on there. Now, when you're selling on social platforms, typically you're going to use PayPal or something along those lines. So your only fees would be, if you would like to be a mod, please send us an email. Okay. So basically the only fees would be your PayPal fees and shipping costs. Now you can also consign coins to Heritage Coin Auctions. If they're high-end coins, that is definitely what I would recommend. Heritage Coin Auctions, though, you're typically going to want them graded slabbed by a third-party grading service such as PCGS, NGC, or Annex. You can also sell on eBay. Just keep in mind any of the other selling platforms such as eBay or Heritage, you do have fees when stuff sells. But to get your top dollar, I would suggest selling on social platforms or a private sale. Dustin, what do you do? Your knowledge is so greatly appreciated. Thank you. Difference between... Does it difference to a 40% half? Okay. Well, one of the things, I haven't even gotten into the topic that I wanted to talk about today. We're 22 minutes in, and I have not even gotten into the topic. Let me post my email addresses yet again. One more time. This is my personal one that I'm posting. If anybody has sent me a super chat, make sure you shoot me an email to derringermagic@gmail.com, and that way I can get your Dustin, the email faded. I just posted, Phil, I just posted in my email address right there, derringermagic@gmail.com. But shoot me an email there, that way I can get your contact info. Or you can always shoot an email at coinopchannel@gmail.com. And if you send an email to coinopchannel@gmail.com, myself and Robert Lawson can take a look at it. That way you can get both of our opinions. Now, tonight, the topic that I had wanted to talk about, and I actually wanted to talk about last week and wasn't set up for it, the topic I wanted to talk about was how double dies come into existence. There's a lot of people confuse double dies with things that, in my opinion, if you understood the minting process, you wouldn't be confusing double dies with certain things. For example, a lot of times people confuse mechanical doubling with a true double die. Mechanical doubling occurs during the actual minting process. When the coins are being struck, it'll shift inside of its retaining collar, and it'll give it this flat shelf-like appearance. And that's what mechanical doubling is. Mechanical doubling is very common, and it can appear on every coin. And every type of denomination of coin can have mechanical doubling. Now, a true double die, however, is literally on the die itself. So I put some images together. Let me pull some of these up. Now, on a true double die, a double die starts off, well, not a double die, but a coin starts off by being, okay, let me restart that. How a coin starts, it starts off at first being engraved onto a clay plate. Those plates are anywhere between 11 to 15 inches. Now, this is how it was done. Now they are using computerized design systems, but this is how it was done in the 90s and 80s and earlier. So they would start with a big plate, and they would hand engrave it onto this big plate. So the main design of the coin would go onto this big clay plate, and then they would take epoxy and rubber, and they would make a cast of it that's hard. And the cast would go into this French reduction lathe machine that they have been using since, I believe, the 1800s or the early 1900s. But on the right side, if you're looking, that's just the room that has the lathes, and the left side has a coin that is going through the lathe. So the lathe basically, very slowly, it's a 12-hour process, traces this entire coin. And while it's tracing it, it's shaving it onto this master hub right here. So it's going to shave it onto there. It's going to put the same design right onto the metal, nice and small. So it's just reducing it right down. After it's reduced down, it gets put inside of a press. Now the press will have Man, I'm not wording any of this right. Well, anyhow, it goes inside of a press, and the heck is the word I'm looking for? Well, the potential. I am stumbling on my words. This does not normally happen, people. I apologize for that. So they put it into the press. They have another piece of metal that they're going to transfer the design onto, and it presses it down with a lot of force, and it transfers the design onto the master die. They're making the master die. Well, that die has to come out, go into a annealing process where it gets heated and treated, and then it goes back in, and they would have to line it up perfectly and press that image back in. And they would have to do this multiple times, and it could take quite some time to do it. Well, if they don't line that image up perfectly on that die, it creates a double die. Now, in today's time, they use what's called a single squeeze process, where they're only doing it one time. So double dies should not exist, but somehow they are still being made. And here's a little thing that explains. I found this. Just figured I'd put it up there. Double die coins are manufactured from coin dies that were not properly made. It's indicated above. It takes several impressions from the coin hub to make a coin die. If the mint employee does not align the hub perfectly above the coin die, a second impression will result on the coin die that is slightly off-center from the first. If this coin die is used to make coins, all coins made from the die will have this doubling effect. Essentially what that means, and this is how a lot of us are very quickly able to tell you whether what you are looking at is a true double die or not. A coin that is a double die, that it was struck by a die that has that doubling on it. So every single coin that was struck with that die is going to have the exact same marks on it, all the way down to what we call die markers. So when people are trying to fake coins, that's one of the things they can't fake, are the die markers. So under magnification, there's going to be essentially coin fingerprints. Every coin has its own fingerprint. John Bradley with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much for that. I definitely appreciate it. Make sure you send me an email at derringermagic@gmail.com. Put that right there. Send me an email over there. That way I can get your contact information and get you a coin sent out for your super chat. Thank you so much, John. Where was I? But anyhow, any coin that was struck after that, after it was bed, is all going to have the same markers, the same fingerprints. So any coin that is, like, let's just take a 1995 double die. If I have a 1995 double die and you have a 1995 double die, and we were to take both of ours and put it under the microscopes, I can find die markers on my coin that are just these tiny little markers on my coin, and you can find those same exact die markers on your coin. It is literally on the die itself. Ann Schiraldi with the $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Ann. I definitely appreciate that. Make sure you shoot me an email once again to derringermagic@gmail.com. Actually, I believe, Ann, I still have your contact info. I believe you sent me a super chat last time, so I do have your contact info, but regardless, send me one anyhow. You found the right place to get information. So, a true double die has its own individual fingerprint, and it literally is on the die itself. Now, the mint prides itself on its ability to catch errors before they get out of the mint. And even though a double die or a repunched mint mark or any of those things along those lines are considered a variety, technically they are an error. They're not supposed to be there. Now, a mint error is very different than the type of error that I'm referring to, of course. A mint error is something different. But, however, the mint prides itself on having less than 1% of all their errors getting out of the mint. They have above a 99% rate of their coins coming out that are just flawless, that there are not errors on them. So, when they are minting, keep in mind, they're minting hundreds of coins a minute. Those coins are being minted faster than the eye can see. They are just flying out of that press. That press is stamping them ridiculously fast. So every now and then they stop the press and they have to check everything. They check the die. They make sure there's no breaks in it. They make sure it's not cracking. Make sure the coins are looking all right. So when a double die is being used, a double die is being used, after a few are pressed, they'll pull some and they'll check. Well, they'll notice that there's an error with it, and they'll pull that die and they'll stop that run. And that's why some double dies are very, very rare. And then on the other end, some of the dies were only briefly used. Like with 1972, there are, I think, is it 18 different double dies for 1972? I think off the top of my head, it's 18. I collect the first 9. I like the first 9 1972 double dies. But the Type 4 1972 double die is very rare. They're very, very hard to find. Yeah, Chancy Cheek, I agree with you. The Mint should sell errors. But if the Mint were to start selling their errors, it would destroy the error market. So, on the other end, I'm glad they don't. But yeah, so like with the 1972 double die Type 4, it's my belief that that die probably they only used briefly, because there are just very few of them that are out there. You do not find them that much. And I don't think it was something that they caught with the die. I think it was just a tail end of a run. But certain double dies, there's a lot of them out there. Like a 1995 double die, there's a bunch. You can find them pretty readily available. Same with the 1955 double die. Even though the 1955 double die is worth a good bit of money, there's a bunch of them out there. You can find, people still find them while coin searching wheat cents. They still turn up, but in collections, there's a lot of them out there. If you ever go look at the population reports on either PCGS, Annex, or NGC, you'll see that there have been a lot of them that have been graded and certified when compared to things like a 1969S double die. That they either had to have caught right away or they only made a few, because currently there's less than 38 known examples, so there's only a handful of them out there. Venus, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully I'll see you next time. I'll check out your email as soon as I get off of here, Venus. So thank you for shooting me your comments, Ken Peavy. I have 2 DDO003. Is that the same as 1 DDO6 Ken Peavy? Just so you guys know, Ken Peavy, he just put the comment of I have 2 DDO-003. Is that the same as 1 DDO-006? No, Ken Peavy, it's not. Ken Peavy is one of our admins for the CoinOp groups on Facebook. Ken Peavy also runs the blog site of Million Pennies Project. I'll have to post a link. Ken, if you're able to, try and post a link to it. I don't know if you're going to be able to in the comments, but I definitely recommend checking that out. Ken has a lot of really, really useful information for a coin searcher or cherry picker over on his blog site. Rachel Donahue, how's that for a shout out? But no, Ken Peavy, he's got everything from cheat sheets. I talk about his cheat sheets. Basically, all that a cheat sheet is, anybody who's a serious collector typically has our own personal list of coins that we like to search for. I have mine. Ken has his posted so that if you want to know what you should be looking for, you can look at his list. But he has just a ton of very useful information over there. I definitely recommend going over and checking out the 1 Million Pennies Project. Ken Peavy, he's an awesome person to even talk to. If you ever talk to him, he's a riot to talk to. It's a lot of fun. Okay, something else that I wanted to talk to, especially seeing I was talking about Ken Peavy. One of the things that me, Ken Peavy, a few other people have been talking about, especially with the admins, is we are thinking about, and we're getting it set up. There you go, Ken Peavy's got it posted. There's the 1 Million Pennies Project blog spot. Go check that out. One of the things that we are thinking of setting up, now, when I say attribution service, I do not mean like PCGS, NGC, or Annex. But John Wexler and Konica, Dr. James Wiles of Konica, both have where you can send in coins for their opinion. Well, we're thinking of doing something the same. Between myself, Robert Lawson, and the admins of the CoinOp group, we have people who know literally the ins and outs of everything. So we are thinking of setting up, and I'll keep everybody posted on it, but I'm just going to fill you in on it. We are thinking of setting up our own little attribution service where for a few bucks we could give you our opinion of what your coin and properly attribute it. If you think it's a double die, we'll not only look it up, we'll let you know whether it is or isn't. And then if it is, I was going to put together a little database and we'll image them and put it on a little database so you can even go look at it online and all that stuff. So that's something that as it happens over the next couple weeks, I'll keep you guys informed on it. But I know each week I get at least 100 emails on coin questions. I know Robert Lawson does. I know the admins of the CoinOp group, because they are very, very active. The last couple days, with my neck, I haven't been able to do anything, so I haven't even been online. But the admins are very, very active, and they are answering hundreds of questions all day long. No, I'm not even talking about self-slabbing, Sylvia. I'm not talking about slabbing at all. I'm talking about just literally telling you what it is that you have, imaging it, and then putting it maybe in a 2x2 or just something nice and simple, something to keep it affordable. Slabs cost money. If I were to slab coins, it would cost a fortune, and I do not want to have NGC, Annex, or PCGS even remotely think I'm trying to move in on their territory. So I'm not trying to go down that road whatsoever. So I don't want to get into slabbing at all. I found it. Why the spread is yours? Use a pick. Okay, so let me ask you, everybody, what would you like to see in an upcoming video? Any ideas that you'd like to shoot at me right now? Any questions that you have? Ask me some questions. I have a 1944 with pits on it on the front and the back of it all over, and it looks good. Well, if you have it with pitting, typically that's a coin that was either ground recovered, which typically they are ground recovered, or at one point in time it was in something that was corrosive. So if it has pitting, technically that's considered a damaged coin. Hopefully this isn't a terrible question, but that $50 on the left has a tint to it. Where was that? I have a few silver quarters with that similar tinting. Is that typically a good thing? Okay, that tint that you're talking about is called toning. There's two different types of toning. Artificial toning, which is when somebody purposely tones the coin, they add coloring to it. That is frowned upon, and just, it doesn't really add value. Now, natural toning from a coin that's been in a collection or in a roll over a period of time, well, that is worth money. Toned coins, beautifully toned coins, can add a nice extra premium onto your coins. David G6309 with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, David. He said, Dustin, what is the best way to submit our coin pictures to you? Currently, the best way would be to submit pictures either to my personal email or the CoinOp channel email address. Either one of those two, we'll get to it. Is it worth buying a slab coin you can get for under $5 for Proof 69? That's truly up to you, Fish3. I have bought plenty of low-end slab coins like that. You got to keep in mind, for somebody like you or I to just send in a coin to be slabbed by PCGS or NGC is going to cost $30+. So these people, these coin dealers, they'll send off thousands at a time because they get really good low rates when they do that. And then they'll get a bunch back that are like what you're saying, a $5 coin that's a Proof 69. Well, I snag those things up. I like doing that. Can you also go over to please? What did you pay for a BU roll of 1963 US penny? What would I pay for a roll of BU 1963 US pennies? A couple bucks. There's maybe $6 max, in my opinion. I found a 2016 BS in front of his eyes, behind neck, behind ears. It's very faint. Maybe part of the reverse. I'd love you to check it out. Yes, Viviana, your 2016p dime, it sounds like you have a die clash. I would love to see images of that. I'm going to post email addresses again. If you sent me a super chat, if anybody has sent me a super chat, make sure you contact me at my personal email address at derringermagic@gmail.com. That way I can get your contact information so I can get you coins shipped out for your donation to the channel. And then if you have opinion or have questions on coins, you can either send them to my personal email address, which was the derringermagic@gmail.com, or you can always send it to coinopchannel@gmail.com, and myself and Robert Lawson can both give you our opinion. Oh, I just put my email. Okay, the email address I just put wrong. I can't believe I did that. There you go, coinopchannel.com at gmail.com. That's twice in a row. What is going on with me today, people? I sent you guys a picture of a war nickel I found with possible lamination error. Amber Lester, you're going to see a lot of lamination errors on the Silver of Wartime nickels, so you probably do have one. Dustin, I have a 1943 steel penny, a lot. Is this a keeper as well? Maria, that all depends. The steel cents in circulated common grades are worth anywhere from a nickel to 50 cents a piece. Uncirculated, they're worth 50 cents to a few bucks, and then once they get past like MS 66 to MS 67 and 68, they can get pretty salty. I've seen some MS 68s go up into the thousands. Google Gray Sheet, yes. Whoever put Google Gray Sheet, the Gray Sheet is awesome. If you're not familiar with the Gray Sheet, it's put out. I don't know if it's monthly. I think it's monthly, but it's a price guide that is put out for dealers. It literally is what the dealers like to pay for coins. So if you're ever planning on going to sell at coin shops and you want to get a good idea of what the dealer's going to offer you, having a copy of the Gray Sheet is very, very, very beneficial. However, the Gray Sheet does have rules. If you have a copy of the Gray Sheet, you are not allowed to give it off or give it away to people or make copies of it. They frown upon that. If they find out you're giving copies out, they will cancel on you. The other thing is you have to subscribe to get the Gray Sheet, but if you've never had the Gray Sheet and you go to their website, they will send you a copy of the Gray Sheet one time for free. So I suggest grabbing a copy of the Gray Sheet. But the Gray Sheet is very useful, especially if you plan on getting into selling coins. If you plan on selling coins, you're probably going to want to have a copy of the Gray Sheet or subscribe to it. It is a very, very useful tool, especially amongst dealers. This might be a dumb question, but what do you think it would be possible to have Serif doubling somewhere in the middle of a cameo? Just asking because I don't think I've ever seen one. Do you think it would be possible to have shelf doubling somewhere in the middle? Yes, I have seen proof cameo coins that have mechanical doubling. It is very possible. Mechanical doubling is possible on all of our coinage. What is the website? Website for what? Hey Dustin, if somebody found a coin that they think they have a new mint error, how can they verify that? Okay, if you think that you have an undiscovered variety or error, currently there are two places that I suggest, John Bradley. I suggest either John Wexler, which you can find John Wexler at doubledie.com. I think it's the second link down at the top of his homepage. He has his attribution service, which I think he charges $5 a coin, and he will give you his opinion on it. If you do have a new double die or an undiscovered one, he will attribute it, and he will give you credit for it, add it to the database, and he'll send you a letter, all that stuff. The other place that you can have that done at is Dr. James Wiles. He's with Konica, and you can find him at Variety Vista. They also have information of how to submit coins, and they charge anywhere from, I think, $5 to $10 or $12. It just depends on what type of coin it is. Hey, Dustin, any advice for us newbies? Well, that's what this whole channel is. What type of advice are you looking for? I need to come visit you, Ken. Yeah. I have almost 2,000 coins, a whole room, nothing but coins. I was fortunate and grateful for me. What do you think about a reverse proof coin? Watch lots of videos, yes. My biggest advice for new people, if you get into coin searching, coin collecting, or anything, the coin hobby is a lot of fun, and it is one of the hobbies that I don't care how long you are a part of this hobby, you are always going to be learning something. So in the coin hobby, my biggest suggestion to new people is be prepared to always be learning. Always. And just when you think you know something, something's going to throw you off. So try not to get arrogant about it. Once you find yourself very knowledgeable, and I see it a lot. I see online a lot of these guys that are big people that are very knowledgeable, and they can be somewhat rude to newer people, and I don't like that. What happens is, if you're in the coin world long enough, you get asked the same questions day in and day out every day. And a lot of these guys will start to get frustrated, and they give, in my opinion, excuse my language, but smart ass answers, and I don't like that. Everybody has to start from somewhere. I know when I first got into error and variety coins, if it wasn't for Jim Dimmick at Jim Dimmick Coins in Fayetteville, North Carolina, I'd be lost. That man, I probably drove him up the wall. I was coming in every day with things thinking they were error and varieties, and every day he'd have to try to explain to me what it was I was looking at, and it was not what I thought it was. So, you know, that's how I started. And then I got into buying books. There are a few books that I definitely recommend, especially, Dave G6309. I would just Google Gray Sheet of Coins. I don't know the website off the top of my head. Maybe one of the viewers can find the website for the Gray Sheet. I do not know that off the top of my head. But as I was saying, with new people books, there are some very, very excellent books. The two biggest ones for coin searchers and cherry pickers that I recommend. One is the Cherry Picker's Guide to Coins. It's a 2-part book series. The first one is on everything from half cents up to your 5-cent piece. So it's half cents, large cents, all of your small cents, 2 cents, 3 cents, and your half dimes and nickels. And it's all just the popular varieties, a lot of really cool varieties that you should be looking for. And then the other book is Strike It Rich with Pocket Change. That is an awesome book. It also lists a lot of the different varieties and everything for all the different denominations. But Ken Potter and the other gentleman who wrote it, I can't remember the other guy's name off the top of my head. I feel like a jerk for that too. But in that book, they don't just list double dies and repunched mint marks. They even list popular cud errors and stuff like that. Brian Wilkinson, I lived in Fayetteville, North Carolina for about the last 7 years until about a year ago. I moved back up to York, Pennsylvania, which is where I'm originally from. But I did live, and I do go down to Fayetteville and Wilmington quite a bit. So if you're in Sanford, I'll let you know next time I'm down in Fayetteville. But I go down to Jim Dimmick Coins in Fayetteville all the time. I used to cherry pick the Cumberland Coin Exchange before Gene closed his store down a few years ago, right there in Fayetteville as well. And others, I've done this since I was 15. I love your channels. If any of you guys are in York, Pennsylvania, or in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, I definitely recommend checking out Steinmetz Coins. I've been friends with the Steinmetz family for quite some time, and anytime I'm in the York area over the last 20 years, that's the coin shop that I go to. Dustin found a 1955 Die Clash wheat today. Awesome. I would love to see that, Schumer. You could come here. I would love to come down there. Next time I'm down in Fayetteville, Brian, I will definitely let you know. Thank you, Sylvia. And stay. I actually miss the Carolinas a lot. Don't get me wrong. I do enjoy Pennsylvania. This is my stomping ground. This is where I grew up and all my friends and family are at. But I truly fell in love with the Carolinas. So far, though, my favorite place in the entire United States that I've ever lived is the desert. I loved being in Arizona many, many years ago. I fell in love with the desert, and I think I belong in the desert. But moving to the Carolinas, when I moved to the Carolinas, I had heard how friendly the people were. Beverly Baker with the $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Beverly. I'm going to post my email address. Shoot me an email so I can get your contact info. But the Carolinas, when I moved to the Carolinas, I had heard how friendly people can be in the Carolinas. And, you know, I'm a Northerner. I'm a Yankee. People are friendly up here, but they're not friendly like they are down there. Yes, Shamar, if you ever are on the Facebook stuff, if you tag me in a post that you want me to see, I will see it way quicker than if not. Awesome, Beverly. Found a 1919 Lincoln in my first 2 rolls of pennies from the big. That is an awesome find. I have not found a Lincoln cent in the teens in a roll in quite some time. Yeah, Brian, feel free. Here, I'll send you my email. You can also find me on Facebook and send me a friend's request as well. I know a lot of you guys have sent me friends requests. I think I have like something like 15 of them sitting in there. I have not been on the last couple days. I screwed up my neck and I've been like laid up for the last 2 days. Hi Dustin, how you doing? I found a 1795 15-star large cents. Do you know what the value on it? Do you know what the grade of it is? ACS Coin Shop. What would you put a grade on that at? I don't know if you can grade, but 1795. Phew. 15-star half or large cent. Jeez. Let's see here. Yes. Pulling up a reference for you. Doo-doo. How many North Carolina people are here? Wow. Anyone having trouble finding 2009 varieties? Rare in my area. You know, Hector, it's funny that you say that about the 2009. As 2009, you know, that's the formative years, and the log cabin and the presidential. They have 4 different Lincoln Cent designs for that one. And there are hundreds of double die reverses and all that kind of stuff for the 2009 series. But they almost never turn up in my change here, even. I think that's kind of funny. So I think people are hoarding them. How about the Rocky Mountains, the Mile High City? I love the Rocky Mountains. Dave, I gold prospect and gem hunt, so believe me, if I get to the Rocky Mountains, I'm in heaven out there. The Carolinas, this is another reason why I fell in love with the Carolinas, is the very first gold rush in America started in 1799 in New London, North Carolina. And then the big one that everybody knows about is the one out in California and Arizona and Denver, but the first one started in North Carolina. So in the Carolinas, I did a lot of gold prospecting, a lot of gem hunting. I found lots of stuff. My Chihuahua, I have a fat Chihuahua, and she goes everywhere with me. It's my daughter dog is what I call her. She's like my kid. But she got hot one time while we were out gold prospecting, and she dug a hole in the ground, and I took her dirt and panned it out, and she found about a flake of gold about half the size of a piece of dime, a nice picker. So my dog even found her own piece of gold while we were out gold prospecting. Yes, the first gold coin was made in Charlotte, North Carolina. And we've got Viviana. I cannot properly pronounce your last name, and I don't want to butcher it. So Viviana, thank you so much for your $10 super chat. I definitely appreciate it. Make sure, yes, Skyfog, that is Riza Dog that I was talking about. So let me shoot my email address here again. Make sure you send me an email, Viviana, so I can get your contact info, so I can get you something sent out for your super chat. My wife and daughters have a jack and constantly. Actually, my Chihuahua is sitting in front of me sleeping. She's a very, very, very good dog. She's been socialized ever since she was a little pup. There was something I was just about to talk about and absolutely slipped my mind. Where'd he go? He sent you another. Thanks for coming. Thanks for all the thumbs up. Oh, how many thumbs up do we have currently? I cannot see that. I can only see with the screen that I am looking at all of my software stuff, the OBS software stuff, and then I can only see how many users, I mean not users, how many people are watching and how many comments, or not the comments, the comments. Anyone for... Wow, 91, 93. That is awesome. Yes, coins for amateurs. Prospecting for gold and panning is a ton of fun. I have done everything from prospecting, well, not prospecting, from panning to dredging to high banking to sluicing, you name it. If it comes to gold prospecting, I absolutely love it. Wow, are we really at 101 thumbs up? Well, thank you, everybody. Yeah, they still prospect all over the Carolinas, too. There's even public areas that you can go out to prospect. Now, here in York, Pennsylvania, there's an area in York has maybe we'll talk about it over Halloween, but it has some history to it. But it's Ray Myers Hollow. Ray Myers Hollow, they made books about it and stuff. But there's a creek that runs through Ray Myers Hollow that if you go down and pan, you can find gold. So some point this summer, I'm going to go check that out down there and go try to find some Pennsylvania gold because I don't have any of that. But I know I've got Colorado gold, Arizona gold, North Carolina gold, and Alaskan gold, which is awesome. Have you ever been to Emerald? I have been to Emerald Village, and I have found emeralds while going through some of the old tailings out there at Emerald Village. Emerald Village is awesome. I had a friend of mine went out to Emerald Village with his wife, and they camped out for a few days and going through the old tailings, and they found a really nice size gem quality emerald that they had cut, and his wife wears it in a pendant. An emerald's my birthstone, so if I have an opportunity to find emeralds, absolutely. Actually, hold on just a second. Let me grab something. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to disappear on you, but it's just a cube. But here's a really low quality. Technically, I guess it would be an emerald, but it's green beryl. Beryl is the mineral that emerald is. But this is a really, really low quality, very low green. Somebody cubed it. They cut it into a cube, but that's technically a natural emerald. I would love to go do some metal detecting. Speaking of metal detecting, there are a bunch of great metal detecting channels. I know Sylvia, SJ's Mixed Adventures, she is on here. Her YouTube channel is fairly new, but she does a lot of metal detecting, and she also does coin searching. So if you go check out her channel, you'll see some metal detecting. If you guys are interested in coin roll hunting, I always recommend Couch Coins, Couch Collectibles. Justin over there just does an awesome, amazing job. You've got Coins for Amateurs, who is on here. He's been very active in the chat. I definitely recommend his channel as well. It is a group of them. It's a family-oriented channel, and they coin group together as a family, and it is just really awesome. I really like what they're doing on their channel. So definitely make sure you check those people out. Everybody that I just mentioned, make sure you check them out. Yes, planning and prospecting would be really cool. So one of the things I'm looking for suggestions on are upcoming videos. I want to hear what it is that you guys want videos on. So shoot me an email or post it in comments, whatever, it doesn't matter. But make sure you shoot me an email if you have a suggestion for an upcoming video. If there is something that you would like to see in video, dealing with United States Error and Variety Coins. Holy crap, Leon Peters with the $50 super chat. That is the most amount of money anybody has ever, just at one time, to my knowledge, just donated to the channel like that. I have a 1953 and 55 wheat sent with a 9, and 9 is filled like a cud. Is that cracked? A die chip, they're both in. Are they worth anything? Those are die chips, which a cud. All that the difference between a die chip and a cud is along the rim. So it's a broken die that breaks along the rim. A die chip is when it breaks away inside. But yes, those are die chips. And although they don't carry a whole lot of extra value, you can get a little bit extra. A lot of times I will take them when I get a lot of them, about three to five. I'll put them in lots and I'll sell them in a group lot. I know the last one, which buy errors, which is when there's on Liberty in between the B and E, there'll be a die chip that kind of looks like an eye, and they call them buy errors. All that is a little die chip. I know I got $9 for 3 of them. So, yeah, there's a little bit of value to them. But, Leon, thank you so much for that super chat. I'm going to post my email address yet again. It is derringermagic@gmail.com. Make sure you shoot me an email over there, because I do need to get your contact info. Tomorrow morning, I am mailing out a whole bunch of coins from past super chats and coins from these current super chats from tonight. So tomorrow morning, if you sent me a super chat tonight, make sure you get your contact info to me as quick as possible tonight. That way tomorrow morning I can mail right out to you guys. Well, we are just about on the 9 o'clock time, so we are going to cut right here. Shoot me an email with suggestions for videos. I want to hear what it is that you guys want to see videos about. You see, this Coin Shop is the name of my shop. I just got my license and opened a little shop here in Grand Junction, Colorado. I've talked to you. Yeah, hey, ACS Coin Shop, shoot me an email with that image of that 1795. I would love to see it. I love early coinage, especially like that 1795 15 stars. That is awesome. That is a really, really cool find. Depending on the grade, is where value is going to be at on that. If the next time I go to Emerald Village, I will definitely let you know when I'm going there, Sunview. Anybody, just so you know, next Wednesday from 8 till 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will yet again do another live stream. I do want to cut my live stream at 9 o'clock every night, because Half Dollar Holler, they do their live streams tonight, and a bunch of other people do theirs. I do not like taking away from other people's viewers. I know I enjoy watching other channels myself, and one thing I don't want to do is step on other people's toes, because that's what they do. So I don't want to interrupt them, and I don't want to go over top of their stuff, so we're going to cut right here. Thank you everyone so much, especially for the super chats. Everybody that has participated in any of these live streams, thank you so much. Once again, shoot me an email of any suggestions. If you did shoot me a super chat, make sure you send me your contact information. If you would like to help our channel, make sure you hit thumbs up buttons, sharing our content. Share my content with anybody you want to. If you know of anybody that is not subscribed to the channel, get them to subscribe. I really, really, really want to push for 50,000 subscribers. So let's make that happen. Let's do that big giveaway. And thank you, everybody. You guys all have a great night, and it's been a blast. Let's close this out.